youngster's tail drooping between her legs indicates submission. The alpha bitch's perky, uplifted tail expresses dominance. She goads the youngster non-stop, cutting off her insipid oestrus cycle completely. The alpha male has remained faithful, but her fellow pack member's audacity has forced her to remind the upstart of the pecking order. At this time of year, the big male is hers and hers alone. Winter is slowly on the wane. The courtship and nuptial battles of the autumn and winter will soon bear fruit. But for the time being, new animals go a-wooing. The huge open grasslands of Portugal and Spain are home to the world's heaviest flying bird. The great bustard. The Iberian Peninsula boasts the world's biggest population. The males, weighing in at nearly 20 kilos, are much bigger than the females. The great bustard's courtship begins in March. The males gather in established leks in search of females. To win mating rights with a female, the males flaunt themselves extravagantly. Each male seems to turn his plumage inside out and puff himself up to seduce the females. They seem to blossom among the grassland. The females sidle up to the most splendorous and experienced males. Other males get the thumb-down treatment. This male is inexpert. Although he's big, he doesn't catch any female's eye. He tries in various places, but lucks out. He struts around in splendid isolation. The days go by and he persists indefatigably. A female comes close. The inexpert male gets excited, but the female pays him little heed. This male is a veritable hymn to tenacity. He follows the female. At last, he manages to attract her attention. more females turn up. One of these females takes the initiative, but the male now looks bewildered by the turn of events. He's got cold feet. She tries to retain him. She wants to mate with him, but he's been taken by a fit of shyness. The female doesn't understand a thing. All that time waiting desperately for this moment, and now the sudden glut of females has overwhelmed him. There won't be another opportunity like this. He'll have to wait for next spring now. In the Mediterranean woodland, the story continues to unfold. In a secluded nook, the female lynx has mated with the young male, giving birth to 2 kittens. She's a first-time mother, and all the rearing will be up to her. The males never pitch in. Now she calmly suckles her brood. Soon, however, she'll have to hunt. Hard by, 2 amorous rabbits frolic in the grass. They breed non-stop. They have a couple of grown-up youngsters with 2 little ones still in the burrow, but their thoughts are already turning to breeding again. It's exhausting, so much so that the male almost wilts. Their son can barely believe his eyes. At the same time, the female lynx goes out on the prowl, heading towards the rabbits. The rabbits, heedless of the danger, remain in frolicsome mood. She's discovered their burrow, with the 2 baby rabbits inside. The rabbits are still blissfully frisky. The parent rabbits have still got their 2 bigger young. In any case, the female is pregnant again. The offspring of the king-dethroning red deer now try their mother's tepid milk. The youngster seems to lick lyrics of love into her fur. Within the wild boar family, there is less harmony. Sibling rivalry is normal. In the mouflon herd, a youngster is also enjoying its mother's care. Something puts the herd on edge. It's a smell they know well, instilling panic amongst them, but they're not sure where it's coming from. The youngster has lost touch with its mother. The wolves are not hunting today. There are important developments within the pack. The alpha female presents its pups to the rest of the pack. It's a day of hope and happiness. Panic over, false alarm, and the ewe soon finds her lamb. Stories of unconditional love are also being acted out in the Iberian Peninsula wetlands. And in these places, love takes a more artful form. A pair of black-winged stilts, they pair for life, and their mating is an elegant and delicate procedure. While the female waits, the male sluices down. He won't mount her until he feels sufficiently spruce and elegant. After the coupling, a tender hug that seems to be a vow of everlasting love. Very close by, other species like the white-headed duck are performing their own particular courting choreography. A new generation is springing up all over the wetland. The black-winged stilt chicks are soon scuttling about. Their mother senses a threat on the horizon. A marsh harrier, a specialist in small prey species. The mother rolls out her defense strategy. It looms ever closer. For the harrier, the stilt is simply a very long-legged bird. Motherly love develops its own cunning stratagems. Summer arrives. Our two lynx kittens are growing up. Their mother is managing quite well. The kittens are naturally inquisitive. The mother loses sight of a kitten. Okay, let's track her down, the mother seems to say. The daughter has got herself lost. The male kitten, somewhat larger, also slips off. She has now lost both of them, but doesn't seem too concerned. The smaller kitten calls her desperately. She tries to spot them. She's heard something. They're both together now. The mother's greeting is frosty. Maybe she's a bit miffed. The mother punishes the larger male kitten. She subjects him to a harsh submission ritual, as if mating with him. Her son reacts, but the mother cuts off his rebellion with a withering look. He offers her his genitals as a final sign of submission. Unconditional love is not at loggerheads with discipline. It has been an important lesson. Our wolf pack's pups are bigger too. Their games show they're almost ready for action. The alpha female wants to exert a bit of control. On occasions, they drive their elders around the bend. What mother could resist this plea for mercy? The breeding cycle is over on the Iberian Peninsula. Soon the rutting red deer will be bellowing again, followed by new wooing, jousts, and fever-pitched performances. Ardent, sex-fueled, risk-ridden avowals, melding afterwards into exercises of unconditional love. This is Iberia, a land of passions.